Salve, citizens, and welcome back to a little bit more Luma Island. To start with, we're going to cover that these shops here, these little flower stands, are all over town, and this is where you buy flowers. You can plant these into the ground on your property. And then there's some craftables that you get from book unlocks that also take the flowers. So if you are unsure how many Lumas you have, there's a couple ways you can check that. You can look at your Luma crafting to see how many you have. If you're in town, you can always come here and count the eggs. I have 14 eggs here at the pet shop. That means I'm missing one Luma still. If you like the cats or dogs, you can always place a Luma house outside of the Luma fenced area. I like to do a Luma house and just let them wander. They'll wander the whole farm, and it's pretty cool to see animals wandering outside of the bounds of a fence. So when harvesting, like we said previously, you always want to use the hoe, but you can supercharge your hoe like this and harvest multiples at once. When you go to throw something, you have to hold R if you're on keyboard. So just pressing R throws it. If you hold R, you can move with the WASD keys or even the arrow keys to do that throw, and then you just let R go. As you can see here, there's beetles everywhere, and you can stomp these, where it says remove beetles, but you can also catch them. And these can be used as bait in all 4 zones for fishing. You don't have to get the zone required bait then, because the beetles will work in every zone. So if you want to catch beetles, just take your chickens out of the chicken coop for a bit. They will catch. They will not be catching beetles, so you can catch them for fishing. So if you leave your Luma pinned up like this, you have to come in here, and so you put it in a home. How do you get it out? You have to use your net to catch it, and then you simply drag and drop to change your Luma out. Then you can put that other one right back in the Luma home. So I always advise keeping the Luma fenced in like this, so you can easily come in and pet them, because you have to pet them for Luma essence. Then you also have to feed them, and you have the feeding trough to do that. I know this one may seem pretty simple to a lot of people, but we're going to cover it anyways. At the farm shop, you will unlock crops as you loot the previous. So to get grapes, you had to have grown and looted wheat, and so on down the line until you have every crop unlocked. Mango is currently the last crop. To unlock the animals, you have to buy the corresponding animal building. There's a cow shed, there's a pig shed, goat shed, and then rabbit hutch and chicken house. So you buy those blueprints from the blueprint vendor, and then you can buy those here. So there are unique skins for the animals. The cows have 5 or 6, the pigs have 5 or 6, and there's a rare one where you can get a pirate pig costume. The way you get these is you need to buy 1 animal every day from the animal vendor, and you place it to see what you get. And there we go, we got another one that we've not gotten before. If it's one you don't want, just simply pick him back up with a net and go sell him back to the store and try again the next day. I've tried different methods to just wait a few days and see if the animal changes at all. I've not had luck. It seems like when you buy it, it determines what it is. And it seems like it's the same on each day. So if you get the pirate pig, go back and buy the rest of those pigs, and they should all be pirate pigs, so you can have a whole bunch of them if you want. So when you have sprinklers, you can place fertilizer in them. You can place all the fertilizer. To remove it, you just walk up to it and press X to cancel, and it's going to pull out all the current fertilizer. And then you just left click with it on your hotbar. It has to be on your hotbar, and you can left click it back into the machine. So all of the caves have a reset button. When you press this, you have about a minute and a half to get out. You will get to a point where you're going to mine out all the good resources in the cave. You have to press this reset button. Right, inventory-based things to keep. Don't sell below 50 on all the ectoplasms. Keep it over 50. Maybe even 60. There's eventually something that you build that costs 50 of each. The meteors, you got to keep 10 of each, at least for another in-game thing that you can build that costs 10 of each meteor. So farm, forest, jungle, mountain. You do not sell below 10 on the meteors, and don't sell below 60 on the ectoplasm. I know I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Loot the calcium. Every time you see it, the calcium rock, you're going to need it for a lot of cement. And it is. And last for now is if you're having a hard time getting enough farm tokens, these ones here. You can get them from searching these piles, but remember that the town is also a farm zone, so go search those piles in that zone as well as make sure to go get chests from the town area, because it's all going to be for farm nature tokens. You don't recognize a recipe. When you mouse over, it will flash through the ingredients from here. Slowly. It'll show you each one and what it takes, but you can alternately click on it when you look at it. When you mouse over it, you can see each ingredient from there as well. So there's two ways to see exactly what you need.